come to standing towards the front of your mat. And if you need to have your blocks handy, you can have those handy. We won't be holding lunges or anything for too long here. Good. So come to standing. The feet are about hip distance apart. You're standing comfortably, balancing between the heels and the balls of the feet, grounding down through the feet. And then let's bring the palms together in prayer position at heart center. So remember too, this prayer position is also a mudra that we call Anjali Mudra. You don't need to remember that, or Namaskar Mudra. So again, as we even have our hands together, notice the warmth in the hands, notice any kind of energy you feel in the hands. There's a purpose for this too. We're bringing the seal into the heart. So taking a couple of breaths here. Good, and we'll begin with some half sun salutations. So inhale, reaching the arms out to the side and up. Exhale with the long spine, folding down. Leading with the heart, let the spine be long. Inhale, we'll come halfway up. Let's reach the arms behind us, palms up, the knees can be bent. Exhale, folding all the way down. Let that upper body hang heavy. And bending into the knees on your inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Come to standing tall, reach the arms out to the side and up. Exhale, hands come to prayer at heart center. Good. Again, we'll inhale, arms reach out to the side and up. Exhale with a long spine, folding down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. This time we'll come up with a flat back. So inhale, arms reach out to the side and up. Reverse swan dive brings you all the way up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, arms reach out to the side and up. Exhale, long spine, folding down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. We'll go back to the first one we did, bend into the knees. Inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way up to standing. Let the arms float out to the side and up. Exhale, hands in prayer position, heart center. And let's pause. Notice how you feel. We just did those 3 rounds. And maybe we feel a little something. Notice your heart beating. Notice the energy in your body. Notice just, maybe the aliveness or the wakeness from this movement. Good. And then we're going to come into our traditional sun salutation, or the Surya Namaskar Kriya. So on your inhale, we'll reach the arms straight out in front and up. So palms face forward. Reach up and pause. Just stay with your breath. Inhale, exhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Reach up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Extend through the armpits. Good. Next exhale, we fold all the way down. Ground down into the feet. And just pause. Let the upper body hang heavy. So let the shoulders, the neck, the head be loose. Grounding down into the feet. Check that you're not sinking back into the heels or forward into the balls. So we're pressing down equally the center of the foot. The legs are nice and strong and the upper body is relaxed. One more breath. Good. And then plant your hands to the sides of your feet, to the outsides of your feet. You may want to use your blocks. We'll step the right leg back into a high lunge, just meaning that the right knee is lifted. We'll pause here, take a few breaths. The knee is just gliding straight over the ankle. And remember, if it's hard to step back too far, you can always stand up a little bit higher and just have your hands resting on your thigh. Good. Now planting your both hands, you're going to step your left foot back to meet your right. So now we're in a high plank. You can be on your blocks or you can have the hands come to the ground. Nice and strong. If you need to lower the knees down, you may do that. One more breath, nice and strong. Good. And if the knees are not down, slowly lower the knees down. And then lower the entire body down to the ground. So the hands will definitely come off your blocks now if they're not already there. Now slide your palms back so that the fingertips are lined up with the center of the chest. The elbows are squeezed in tight. The forehead touches down on the mat. Tops of the feet on the mat. Loosen the leg muscles. Loosen the glutes. Inhale. We'll arch the upper spine up. So you pull the navel and the chest lifts. The shoulders, the neck, the head float up. So we're in our low cobra here. Beautiful. Keep those elbows squeezing in, navel pulls and relax the glutes. One more breath. Good. And then lower the head down. Let the forehead touch the mat. Press into your hands, bend into the knees, press up and back, child's pose. So we're going to leave the hands, the feet, and the knees right where they are. We're just going to sit straight back. Pause here. Let the forehead kind of glide it down towards the mat. Keep those arms extending, palms actively pressing down. Good. And then pressing into the hands. We'll lift up slightly, pressing into hands and knees, then curl the toes and press up, downward facing dog. Pause once again. Reach that tailbone up towards the ceiling, hollowing out the belly. One more breath. Let the heels extend down towards the mat. If you need to have a bend in the knees, that's okay. Finding space between your shoulders. Good. Then we look up to the hands, and this time we step the we step the right foot forward. So now we're in a high lunge with the right foot forward. So the opposite one that we did before. And remember, we practice our pull through. So if you need to drop your left knee down first and then step the right foot through, do what you need to do to get there. Good. Extend that left heel back behind you and make sure that your knee is not in front of your ankle. Try and pull that knee back so it's not in front of the ankle. Make sure the knee feels good, nice and strong. And then we'll get springy in our step. We'll step the left foot up to meet the right and come back to that standing forward fold. The legs are strong. The upper body is relaxed. Good. Pressing strong into the feet. Engage in the muscles in the backs of the legs. On your next inhale, long spine, the arms reach out in front as you come up. Let the arms come to frame the ears. Reach up high, so you can either reach straight up to the ceiling or you can have a baby back bend reaching back behind you. Hips line up over the ankles, upper body reaches back. Keep breathing, keep lengthening, 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 opening up. Exhale, hands in prayer, heart center, pause. Again, notice how you feel. Notice what areas of the body feel energized. Notice where you feel warmth. Remember, we're saluting the sun. So do we bring in any of that solar energy, maybe that warmth, maybe even a little bit of fire? How do you feel? Maybe you're smiling a little bit giddy. Maybe you just feel good because the body feels good. Just notice. Good, and then we'll come into our other version of sun salutations that we've learned. Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutations version A. So we're going to move one breath per movement. It goes a little bit faster this time. And remember, any of them can be done slow or quickly. I typically prefer to move slower, but any of the versions of Sun Salutations can be done with any rhythm of breath. So all together, let's inhale, arms reach out to the side and up. Exhale, folding forward, long spine. We fold all the way down. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Good. Now we plant both hands and we walk the feet back to a plank pose. So shoulders over wrists, heels extending back. On your exhale, gently lower your knees down and the entire body lowers down to the ground. All the way down. Let the forehead touch down. Go ahead, leave the hands where they are. Press up. Inhale, easy cobra. So the upper spine just arches up. Exhale, the forehead releases back down. We curl the toes, press up, downward facing dog. And I'm going to pause here for a couple of breaths. So take your time to get there. Pause and down dog. Good. Then look up to your hands, bend into your knees. Walk your feet up to meet your hands. Come to standing forward, fold towards the top of your mat. Good. And once you've gotten there, next inhale, reverse swan dive. We come all the way up to standing. Press the feet down to lift the body up. Arms reach out to the side and up. Then exhale, hands in prayer position at heart center. Good. Allow the shoulders to be soft, actively pressing the hands together. Pause. Notice how you feel. Maybe a little bit more energized. We'll see. Good. Feel the beating of the heart. Feeling all the sensations in the body. Good. So we'll make our way back down to the mat. Next inhale, we'll reach the arms out to the side and up. Exhale. Folding forward, hinging at the hips. Good. So let's plant the hands and first walk the feet back to downward facing dog, upside down V. Good. And then slowly bend into the knees. Let the knees rest down on the mat. Good. So let's walk our hands back a couple of paces. So some of this may be familiar, some of this might be new. So the wrists are going to be lined up underneath the shoulders. So we're just in a basic all fours position. And we'll just come into some cat and cow. So some arching of the spine and rounding of the spine. So of the palms planting down, knees, tops of the feet planting down. On your inhale, you're going to arch the spine and look forward. So I'm kind of dropping my belly. I'm looking forward. Exhale, we round out. Let the head drop, round it out. Good. This is a really nice stretch for the back. Inhale, arching, opening up. Exhale, round it out. Good. Again, inhale, arching the spine, drop that belly, look forward. So the hands and the feet are pressing down nice and strong. Exhale, round it out. We'll do one more. Inhale, arching that chest, opening up. Exhale, round it out. Good. And then on your inhale, just come back to a neutral spine. Just pause in this all fours. Good. And then sit your hips back towards your heels, coming into a child's pose, but come into your most comfortable version of child's pose. So you may want to take the knees wide to the mat. You may like your arms out in front of you. You may like your arms down by your legs, the hands down by the heels. So find your most comfortable version of child's pose. Maybe just the forearms rest down, the elbows press down. Soften the shoulders. Take a few breaths here. Good. So on your inhale, you feel an expansion in the breath. Exhale, we soften. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, soften. Good. One more full breath here. Inhale, exhale. Good. Then gently press up out of your child's pose. And in the easiest way, make your way onto your back. So come to lying down on your back and first have the knees bent and the feet on the mat. Good. So now we'll just come into some windshield wipers. Allow the arms to be relaxed by the side or out to the side. And we'll just let the knees float to the right and float to the left. Nice and slow. Take your time. Let the knees float right, float left. Good. Couple more rounds. We're just kind of loosening up into the pelvis, getting some gentle twist into the spine here. Good. One more round, right and left. And then bring the knees back up towards the center. And then go ahead, we'll just give ourselves a hug. So draw your knees in towards your chest, squeeze those thighs in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. You can circle into the ankles, wiggle into the toes. Your hands can be wrapped around your shins or behind your thighs. It does not matter. And maybe just give a little rock side to side, wiggle into the toes, maybe turn the head a couple of times from side to side. Good. And then come back to center. Squeeze those thighs a little tighter. Draw your nose up towards your knees and just give your body one good squeeze, 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 squeeze. Then release the shoulders, neck, and head down and extend your legs long. And make your way into your comfortable resting pose or your Shavasana. So if you'd like to place something under your head or under your knees or on top of you, can go ahead and do so. Otherwise, if you're just comfortable lying down on your mat, just stay right there. So take your last few moments and get out any wiggles, itches, twitches, anything that's distracting you with your body. And then finding a place where you can lie in stillness. Good. And once the body has become still, just take a couple of scans, mental scans from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet. Just notice the sensations in the body. Notice how the body feels. Notice how it feels just to lie down here right now. Good. And then allow your awareness to come into your breath. So feel the flow of air, the flow of breath flowing in and out the nostrils. And as you breathe, again, like we were doing in our child's pose, as you inhale, feel the full body expansion. As you fill up with air, it's like a balloon expanding. And on the exhale, you feel a gentle contraction. So first, just feel that overall sensation. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Good. And then you're going to just keep your body relaxed, keep your arms down by your side. And as you breathe, bring your awareness down into the belly. So feel the breath as it happens with the belly. On the inhale, you feel the belly expand. Exhale, the belly gently contracts. Good. So feel the breath just happening in the belly. And then we'll shift up and we'll feel the breath happening in the diaphragm, in the rib cage. So just bringing your awareness to the diaphragm and the rib cage and feel the breath in the diaphragm area. The rib cage expands on the inhale. And then we'll shift the awareness up to the chest. So feel the breath as it happens in the chest. As you breathe, you feel the breath happening up in the chest, all the way up into the collarbones. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. And then we'll put it all together. So bringing the awareness back down into your belly. On your next inhale, inhale into your belly, then your diaphragm, and then up into the chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Again, inhale, belly, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, belly. Now keep going at your own pace. Feel the breath not isolated, but it smooths out. So it's one continuous breath. As you inhale, you expand up from the belly all the way up into the top of the chest, up into the collarbones, and you exhale from the top down. So feel this smooth, continuous inhale and exhale. Nice full breath, taking in as much air as is comfortable for you and exhaling as much out as you can comfortably. So remember, we inhale from the bottom up and we exhale from the top down. Take a few more rounds, staying with this breath at your own comfortable pace. Not worrying about the movement in the body or the isolation of the different parts. Just feel the breath as it expands up and contracts down on the exhale. Good. And after your next exhale, allow the breath to relax. So release the breathing practice, release that 3-part yogic breath, and allow the breath just to be soft and comfortable. Allow the body to remain still. Good, and we'll gently bring ourselves out of Shavasana. So wiggling into fingers, toes, ankles, wrists. Eventually drawing your knees into your chest. Give yourself one last hug. And then roll over onto your right side and pause in a fetal position. And just take a few breaths. You can support your head with your hands. Just be comfortable on your right side. Take a few breaths and just notice how you feel. How does it feel to come out of that Shavasana, out of that practice? And then when you're ready, using your hands and your upper body strength to lift yourself back up, coming to any comfortable seated pose. And allowing your eyes to remain closed as best as you can. Yeah, so pressing up to a seat. Good, finding a nice long spine. And first, just take a few breaths as you are. Good, and then we'll come back into the mudra that we learned, this chin mudra. So the palms are face down on the knees, and just allow the thumb and the first finger to come together and the last three fingers to be loose. Remember, we're not pressing the fingers too hard, they're just joining together. And then just noticing the sensations, the thumb and that first finger coming together. You might feel a little warmth, you might feel a little pulsing. Just notice the sensations. And notice where you may feel other sensations throughout your body. Good, and leaving the fingers as they are. We'll close our practice today, chanting our 3 Oms. So all together, let's exhale everything out. And inhale. Bring the palms together in prayer position at heart center. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.